This week's episode of Inside Us, I am joined in studio by a Durham comic. Started off in Wilmington, has some sewn roots in Wilmington. Very special guy, brought me a gift. I love him to death, even though this is our first time meeting.
I feel like you've seen me around the in the shadows, if you will.
Yeah, he's been looming from a distance.
Yeah.
And that's not a ploy on Night Stalker or anything. We think he's the GOAT. But as far as watching from a distance, it's the comedy cuck of Nick Racioppi.
Is that what you call yourself?
No, it's going to be you, dude.
Oh, damn.
You're watching from a distance.
Oh, true.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'd like to welcome Harrison Friedman.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr.
Dude.
I wanted to use your platform to apologize to Italians.
Okay.
I don't know. You guys did the war on us, you know.
Okay, well, here's the thing. One, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to say sorry for that.
I'm not gonna. Was it well deserved?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think of any people that ever feel like they need to get shit on
Yeah.
or do the shitting. Italians are the worst when it comes to apologies. Yeah, I'm
yeah, I think so.
If we were to think in terms of people who just don't apologize, it would go Latinas at the top, right? And then Italians probably right under.
I'm just trying to think what's third. Are we talking like family stuff, or are we just talking
maybe
in
Asians?
general?
I would say
Asians are up there. That's what I'm saying.
They're really good at you gotta be.
Yeah.
So now I have to beat you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
which could, I guess, be racist, and I'm sorry, but that's not. We're just kidding around here. It's obviously, it's said in faceticism.
Who do you think complain? I mean, Italians and Jews complain almost neck and neck.
Yeah, in different ways though, right? Like with an Italian, you can tell how much discomfort they have by how tall their shoulders are getting, and the height of their hands, right?
Yeah.
But with a Jew, it's more like noises.
Yes,
it's more. It's verbal.
I'm just trying to think. Both come from a matriarch household, but they both get wide in the same. They both get fat in the same way.
Yeah, okay.
Where it's just like a pregnancy going on 10, 11 months. You know what I mean? When I see an old Jewish guy, he's not wide. He's going out long.
Yeah. Russians are built the same.
Really?
Right? Like you think potbelly. It's like the in Alien, right? When the chest bursters are about to come out, the face hugger's already gone down their throat, so they right?
Okay.
And right when it's about to bust out, Russian.
Why are Russians fat? I don't know.
I don't know.
Their food's not good.
But it's I think it's because it's boiled and it's in abundance, right? So you just boil what you fucking
overabundance of potatoes, just starch.
Yeah, they're like, you know what we can do? Because if you think about most of their food, it's similar to the rest of Europe, right? It's mostly boiled bullshit, okay?
Yeah.
But they were like, why don't we think of different ways to make these potatoes? And that's where they found vodka.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I researched it, and that's exactly what happened. There's no other truth to that. It's just boredom.
I believe vodka you so much when you say you research things.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're a little older than me.
Yeah, I totally don't only read headlines. I read every article that comes my way.
Do you think more people would be on Russia's side if they had better food?
Maybe. Think about it. All the best countries, right? The ones that are part of the United Nations and stuff like that, they have banging food.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking in terms of the EU and stuff.
Nah, okay, well, minus England.
Because you never had Luxembourgian food or whatever.
No, but so I went to Ukraine before the Shmishmorshin, and their food, borscht. Have you ever heard of borscht?
Yeah, of course. Borscht
okay.
Great.
It's not. It's fucking warm beet water. It's veggie water.
Yeah, dude.
It's
but with cream cheese, dude.
They were like, what's the least appetite? Let's take that shit that goes on bagels.
Yeah.
Let's throw that in here.
Yeah, dude.
No. There's no fucking way. No shot.
It's I don't know, man. What culture puts a certain sauce on everything, or a curry sauce? That's our curry, dude. Is cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Which is why we all have dietary problems.
Yeah. Because it's all going directly to the uncircumcised penis and then also the arteries. So it's really hard for them to to stretch out.
Which is weird, but like in
restricted
Israel, dude,
blood flow.
I lived in Israel for 9 months, dude.
Yeah.
They had like the worst bagels. They had like, and they didn't really have like cream cheese or anything like that in grocery stores because you separate meat from dairy. So usually people chose meat over dairy.
Yeah, that's weird too because like every other, so like if you go to like a Walmart, they have everything, right?
Of course they do.
But if you go to like a bazaar or like just a small shopette anywhere else, it's what Walmart is, just not marketed right.
Yeah.
Right? Like the food itself is just exposed. It has flies on it and shit.
That doesn't have the sneeze guard or anything like that?
No, there's nothing. Yeah, you're just looking at it.
It looks at you.
People have been touching it. They're like fucking...
Yeah, they've been just moving it around with a spoon all day.
They're fucking bartering over it, right?
Yeah.
So like their spit and shit's going all over that. It's not the best way to shop, but it is a way to shop.
Best grocery store hot bar.
I don't think I've ever... You're saying that is a place?
Like there's a hot bar like in a grocery store sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I remember like growing up as a kid, we would go up to Rome, New York. I have some family that was up there. And going to that aisle, especially in the winter when it was cold, you would like warm your hands on that, but then also look at all the rotisserie chickens that have been there for 12 hours.
You're a big rotisserie chicken guy?
Nah, I'm not. But I would look at them and I'd go, that shit probably tastes really good. And lo and behold, it probably wasn't.
Yeah.
It probably
rotisserie chicken is bad.
It wasn't even remotely close.
We glorify the rotisserie chicken in America. I don't know who's in charge of that, but they're made bank off of.
And but shawarma's good.
Oh, dude, shawarma.
That rotisserie chicken.
Dude, I would probably rob a bank for shawarma, dude. Why would I rob my own people though? I'm fucking. All right, continue.
We might
continue. All right,
give me all your.
Did you have shawarma like in the Middle East? Because I'm assuming you were deployed in the Middle East.
Yeah. So my first deployment was to Libya. It was like right after the Benghazi. After Benghazi.
Benghazi.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah. Me and that whole like class of friends.
I used to do research papers because my major in college was international relations, and one of the things I had to take was a dictator's class. And
where they showed you how to become a dictator.
Yeah, how to become a dictator, obviously. But I had to do, it was like pick a dictator. You have to write about a book that you have to read about that certain dictator. And it was Muammar Gaddafi. It was about the last man to triple. Muammar Gaddafi might have to be the coolest dictator to rule them all.
Gangster.
But here's the thing about Trump. Trump was boys with him and let him stay in a Bedouin tent behind his house.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, that is some top G shit.
I didn't know that, but that is top. That's
that
top
is
tier.
Top G.
That's fucking fingers like this.
Yeah, dude.
That's
that is
G
Sigma.
shit. That's G shit. Right
That
there.
is definitely high value mail.
Yeah. And my buddy actually, so he, while we were on the deployment or whatever.
Yeah.
This is after obviously he got dragged through the streets and stuff.
Oh shit.
So this was post that. We were there like, I don't know, 6 months after this shit happened.
Yeah.
And he would just spend his off time because we were on the embassy.
Yeah.
When it still stood there.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he would just spend some nights Googling gangster pictures of Muammar Gaddafi. And he would have like gold AKs surrounded by bad bitches.
He's got a harem of hot
fur
chicks.
coats.
Dude, if you were a 10-year-old and you wanted to rule a country, that's what you would dress like.
Yeah. If you were to take like that's Richie Rich should have been a biography on Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah.
It's like one way to just take a country and just pimp it out.
Yeah.
It's Libya was the pimp my ride of countries.
Yeah, they had like a lot of oil too.
Nothing was very useful. It wasn't practical, but fuck.
I thought the Italians were going to take it over.
Oh,
they have like it was formerly colonized by Italy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. All right. Well,
you might have roots there, dude.
Here's the thing about me and history.
Don't know much.
Don't know much.
Okay.
So
enlighten us, or
enlighten me, please.
No, this is really sad. The guy, the last man in Tripoli I read, he goes back to see his dad, and his dad gets killed by like Gaddafi's regime because his dad was the only one who had enough money to send him and his mom to like America. So he like goes back and he's like, I want to see if my dad's still alive, and he had obviously that's a very sad way to find out, but he used to like hang people by their feet and stuff like that. he had like very cruel ways of torturing people. But I know this sounds weird. My favorite torture story that I've heard is Idi Amin. Do you know the guy in Uganda? There was a warlord in Uganda in like the 70s. He wanted a plan to attack Israel. That's a whole other thing. Hilarious. But he would take 2 prisoners and hand them both hammers and said the first one to make it out alive gets to leave the country.
And that's where Mandingo fighting came from.
Do you think so?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that was in the 1800s. That was earlier.
Shit. Yeah. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't the first, but he was like,
let's
onto something.
And he also was accused of eating people. He was like, yeah, I do it. And he like admitted to it.
I feel like that was a big, I feel like there was probably a big trend of cannibalism. Honestly, just probably throughout history, man. If you like, Theo Von said it best. He's just like, I don't know what I would do. Like he had fasted for a couple of days and he was like, I don't know if I'm going to eat this small Filipino man or not, the small Thai man.
Did you see the Dahmer series?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember this part where he takes like the arm meat and he like seasons it in the skillet? I don't want to hear shit about black people telling us we don't know how to season food. From seeing that, I'm like, he put some garlic salt, he put some pepper, like he really got in there.
Garnished.
Yeah. What if he put like a little balsamic glaze on top?
I wouldn't even say necessarily just black, like,
but it was pretty rare.
It was.
It wasn't rare. It looked well done.
Yeah. Other spectrum.
Other spectrum. Yeah.
I think you want to cook. I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is if so many places ate. Because you gotta assume, what the fuck's his name, dude?
Did he eat?
Asian dude killed everybody.
Who's the Asian dude that killed everyone? Kim Jong. I'm just thinking of Kim Jong Un. Or are we thinking of Mao?
Nope. Before that.
Kim Jong Il?
Nope. China.
Asian dude
Mongolian.
Oh, Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. There's no way that dude didn't eat people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Apparently, like the third of the population is like related to
descendants.
Yeah.
I think of Asian descent, which if you were to say Caucasian, I'm sure I've got some economy.
He fucking got us, dude.
Yep. That's where the word economy came from. I think I have economy.
No. I'm just trying to think of. There's this dude I was talking to earlier, and he was telling me he wants to like have like 20. He wants to have like a bunch of kids, and just with like different people. Like he wants to Nick Cannon himself, essentially. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm for that, against it, but like technically, what I'm doing now, donating sperm, like I could potentially be like a Genghis Khan, but in a scientific reason.
More of an analytic, more lab coats.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm gonna have children in my life or. Just for now. So I'm like, all right, let's see if I can get my genes out there.
Those 23andMe's are going to be wild in like 20 years.
Like one of them's bound to be a basketball player. One of them's bound to follow in my dreams, you know?
Did you ever look into that? Because how tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Holy shit.
Yeah. Where the hell am I going with this? I recently... Yeah, I've been donating. And they notify you if your sample's been used or not.
Okay.
So no one's picked. And I don't want to say I'm kind of hurt.
Yeah.
But like, I think I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say you have.
Yeah.
I would say you have a good build.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Like I just like I'm not saying like why won't you like I'll write something on the vial of sperm like why don't you love me? Something very
maybe you do something similar to like Da Vinci Code or like National Treasure, and you just make clues on the vial itself.
That's pretty good.
Right?
I'm shutting that off.
Like you could, that's fine. You could literally start, like maybe you get like a specific set of lenses that you leave at a location, and on the side of the vial you've taped.
So it's like a scavenger hunt.
Yes.
This is very elaborate.
And instead of taking you to the Declaration of Independence,
it takes you to like
it takes you to you.
Vials. Yeah, it takes me to me.
The funny part of that,
put my address on it.
The funny part of that would be it's supposed to take them to one destination at the end, and you 100% forget about that, and they show up, and it's just like they have this weird epiphany because it's like Colorado mountains or something like that, and they're now looking at this fucking landscape.
Okay,
and they're like, "Holy shit, my dad is God." Right? And like maybe they have this giant epiphany and they start like finding themselves, but in Colorado.
Okay. What race or what sex is God?
I'm hoping they're mixed.
Okay, good.
I feel like that's the safe answer. Everything, right? Like think of. I think because I feel like I'm in the last couple of years I've been leaning more towards agnostic.
Okay.
And I think if we were to have the discussion of God, I'm not discounting that it exists. I think it might be a conglomerate of everything.
Okay.
Right? Like maybe there's not a man in the sky.
You think it's they?
There's no afterlife.
When they say like they control the media or they're running the banks.
Maybe it is they.
Yeah, it could be
right.
they.
Like it's
God may be gender neutral. We don't know.
Zin.
Ooh. Zin sounds too culty. It sounds like our almighty Zin. I think they is like
and
I think of it as a council.
Yeah, with the Z, right? Like that Z tone.
Yeah, the Z tone. Yeah.
You think
anything in
religion,
yeah.
right? Pharmaceutical, or you think fucking, like Invader Zim.
Yeah,
like when I think Z, I think Zim. That's the first thing that comes to my head.
Intergalactic, interdimensional.
Yeah, like not good things, right? Like the what is it? When when Mars invades or whatever, that movie.
I haven't seen that.
Mars Invasion,
sci-fi stuff,
dude. That one's like a classic, and I'm pissed that the title's it's eluding my brain right now. But it's it's a cult classic.
I might get back into that. I recently just watched Spaceballs with my girl.
Classic.
Yeah,
I watched Zoolander last night because the reels have been all over my fucking feed.
Okay,
so I got, like,
you're introducing your kids to Ben Stiller.
Trying to, yeah.
Okay, dope.
That's a good.
It is
of all of the Jews. He's one of my favorites.
He is? Okay. He did a movie. You haven't introduced them to Adam Sandler yet. Because Adam Sandler is like our president, you know?
Yeah. I have. They've seen Mr. Deeds.
Okay, sick.
They've seen Big Daddy.
It's okay.
I'm waiting for Little Nicky.
You haven't done Bill Madison yet?
I want them to be a little bit more mature.
Mature and older to get it. I guess so. You got to hit him with like Billy Madison like around like 11 or 12.
Because here's the thing,
maybe
right?
Maybe 11.
The thing with Billy Madison is right now my son's just getting into that thought process.
Oh.
So I want him to see the adult and have that like assimilation to go, "Oh,
yeah.
Look how silly the adult is doing that." Like he'll get the humor that much more.
Okay. Yeah,
Whereas like my daughter, she's a little young for it, so it's gonna go over their head, and I'm gonna have to rewatch it with them.
What's the movie that you watched and you think to yourself, "Oh, I was too young to watch that"?
American Pie.
Really,
dude? I was like 7 when I saw it. Yeah.
Oh my god, you never had a chance, dude.
No.
You never had a chance, dude.
Before
it was over before it began.
Before I even had shit come out of my dick.
Oh no.
I was having orgasms.
Oh no. All right. Mine was Borat.
I would rub my dick against shit.
No, man. Oh, I feel like I gotta pick you up a Bible or something after this.
Nah, man. So here's the thing. I'm almost 30, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just now working through the like masturbation addiction I have.
Wow. No way. Okay. Because the only place I watch pornography is at a sperm bank.
Oh, wow.
Because let me phrase this right. Because it's very hard to like get yourself in the mood in that situation.
It's very cold.
Yeah, it's very cold. It's not like run down. It's not like a booth at an adult video store. Mm-hmm. That's a whole other wormhole. But my dad used to manage an adult video store. So I have some stories for you.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of on board with like NoFap and all that stuff. I think Jordan Peterson was one of the people that was like, you should stop watching porn because it'll better yourself as a man and as a person. Don't think of it as like quitting this.
Yeah.
Think about it as finding more time to do things.
Yeah.
So I think when I created like, because now I just, instead of spending like 15 minutes or 5 minutes looking at that, I'm like, I can do push-ups. I can go run. I can, finish this application. It's energy. You know what I mean?
To me, it's a conglomerate of things. I think.
Okay.
I think. I don't want to call it like a traumatic. It wasn't traumatic, but I think being exposed to sex so early in life, not necessarily from that movie, but I think I was also looking at teachers like at a young age.
Oh man, dude.
Right? Like I already had that. Like I was trying to figure out why my balls were like, that shit looks tight. Why don't Why don't you see if you can see some boob?
You weren't even thinking about like penetration. You were just like,
it was just like, dude. I'm telling you right now, if I
kill the cat,
if I cop a nipple right now, I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
It is kind of sick though at 29 that you still have that though.
Yeah. So like I have a problem.
Yeah.
It's 100% a problem.
It's 100% a problem, but you don't have to like take like that's what I'm concerned about mostly is like not getting hard. And like being desensitized, seeing all this shit, and then like not being able to like
that's my problem,
partner.
man. Because I think I'm very active, right? And I think one, it's an increase in testosterone.
Okay.
So I think giving into that like animalistic side, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Getting into that side of my brain.
Yeah.
I'm not giving myself the ability for self-control. So instead of telling myself, yo, your dick's in your hand, stop it. Saying something like that is way more beneficial to my mental.
And this is weird. You talk about animalistic, like animals or cavemen weren't looking at screens and doing that. If they were beating off, they were just doing it off their mind.
They weren't beating off, dude. They were
they're hunting and gathering. They were going to war.
They were also forcing their penis. Like
they're racing.
When you think
I forgot
of monkeys,
rape too. Yeah.
When you think of monkey, like monkeys are gonna clap cheeks if they want to clap cheeks.
Oh my god.
There are like mating like ruts almost. Like it happens with fucking elk and shit and deer. But yeah, so like I'm trying to get rid of that.
Do you have like blockers on your phone and stuff?
No, but what I have been doing is with that time finding something else to do. So like if I'm like I'm gonna like, because here's the thing.
Think about your kids catching
within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I could be pooping.
Yeah.
And then go flush. Why not bang one out?
Oh.
Right. So it's the
convenience.
It's the convenience.
And another thing, I know this sounds fucked up. I've been caught so many times or too many times. I think I have the worst luck possible when it came to that. So yeah, imagine your kids catching you or some shit. That would fuck you up.
Yeah, I have a bit that they do.
Oh no.
They haven't actually caught me.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I am living for the moment I get to catch my son though.
Oh, you're gonna fucking traumatize. You're gonna fucking bring.
Well, hold on.
A streamer or something like that.
Yeah.
Like what is those New Year's things or a bugle or something?
Yeah.
Blow, like an air horn.
No,
like,
dude, I'll do one of the like a didgeridoo. Yeah, just go like full ayahuasca. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
One of those things.
I feel like it. I don't know. I grew up with my dad like managing adult video stores, so sex was kind of like very much like normalized.
It was 9 to 5. Yeah.
And it felt like, I don't know, my kids used to roast the fuck out of me for it. Like, hey, your dad does
I'm gonna
this.
check.
So yeah,
I'm gonna check that everything's recording.
Yeah.
I'm low-key having. Okay.
It no worries. It just gave me a problem like approach a woman until like maybe 15, 16-ish around that area. But yeah. I want to tell you because I remember one time a guy who cleans the boots came out while my dad and I were breaking down boxes. And I was like 17 at the time. And the guy who cleans out the boots, his name was Ian. He had brain damage. He is, nice enough dude, but he came outside one day and was like, man, fuck this job. Just yelled at my dad and I, like looked us both in the eyes like, I'm fucking tired of this. And I was like, what happened, man? What's going on? They got cum on the ceiling again. Yeah, dude.
That's what happens when you hold too long, though. Because if you don't nut in a while, dude, it's fucking.
I know the velocity. It's definitely
SpaceX.
It's like you know what it's like. It's like when you put like Mentos in there and you just like
you're roping
you
all
put
over.
like super Gorilla Glue on the cap.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it is eventually gonna pop and it's gonna fly.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It concerned me. About like
it's just another and
when you have to go to a place to do that like in like public and you have to like pay for a video like that seems so sad and transactional to me.
Yeah, but also that was the time, right? I would imagine adult video stores aren't killing the game right now.
No, of course not. But like people go in there for like vibrators and stuff. That's how they make their money and paraphernalia and like whippets and shit like that.
Yeah. Did you say whippets?
Whippets, yeah. The place used to sell Dude, I remember one time I was hanging out with this like Duke law student at my work. It's like this is when I was like working at my first like the temp job, and he's pulling up and he's like he had like a roommate. He had like a hot female roommate that was like, I was definitely into her, but they were doing coke, and they're like, Harrison, can you go get us whippets? And it was like, I know this place across, and he mentioned like my dad's store. I was like, oh, I can't go there. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I just can't go there. Like, so they parked far away, and I think somebody got it, like one of my friends, Eric or whatever.
That's very fucking.
Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. You're good. No, you're good. You're good. So how was it? Because you mentioned on the car ride here, you grew up very religious. So what was the dynamic on that? If you're very religious.
Oh yeah. So then, my mom was a religious one.
Okay,
I'm being very clear. My mom wanted me to go to Israel, and she took me to temple.
Well, because that's also part of.
Yeah, my dad was super secular.
Okay. Now what are the differences?
My dad would eat bacon. My mom wouldn't for the longest time. And then she got into like eating pork shoulder and stuff like that. Later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my dad kind of was the more secular one of them.
Do you think that was derived from like your dad being so chill, and she was eventually just
and my mom ended up, I feel like I'm out in her, but like she got into smoking weed and shit like that when I left the house and stuff. Yeah. So, I think that is like the ultimate old person hobby, is to just get high all day and collect Social Security.
When you've seen what they've seen, like, because imagine anybody, how old is your mom?
She is in her 60s.
Okay. Imagine where they grew up. They've now like witnessed the turn of the time.
Yeah.
Technology is
Vietnam,
at a fucking...
MLK being assassinated. Dude, yeah.
Seeing all of that and then not wanting to like take the edge off at the end of the night is insane if you don't want to. Like the fact that there are
like
people...
your joints probably hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. CBD oils. They're here's this like very natural remedy.
Do you smoke weed?
No.
Okay. I mean, you can't anymore,
yeah,
or you're still in the military. But like when you get out, it'll be a great thing to remedy your PTSD.
Well, so interestingly enough, the VA is actually looking into psychedelic therapy and prescribing medical marijuana.
When I was just getting drafted, like when I wanted to get in the IDF, I long story short, how I got out, I failed a psych eval.
Okay.
I purposely failed. I had a drinking problem.
Okay.
And I could go into that too. But when I was going in, they were trying to, say, oh, we have great new measurements how to combat PTSD. We have ecstasy. That's what they were using.
Interesting.
Ecstasy and MDMA is the same thing.
Yeah.
But I failed my psych eval because I was drinking too much and I shat my pants. I sharted, and I decided like, oh, I'm just gonna leave. For some reason, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna find a job.
That was at
like the psych eval, the building. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
I was
there's
drinking like 5 rum and cokes a night.
There's very few things where shitting your pants won't get you out of that.
Yeah.
Like you could literally be getting an award.
Yeah, no, I literally shat myself out of the IDF.
Yeah, like getting the award for like the Nobel Peace Prize, and they're like, "You're up in 30," and then you go,
You're gonna walk away,
hot load, and then they're like,
dude, if I shot myself on stage, like,
they're like, Harrison Friedman, come on up, and then it's silent. They're all whispering.
What's going on? What's going on?
Everybody in the crowd's like, what's happening? And then they're like, they come over the mic and it's like, we have a small emergency technical difficulty.
No.
Harrison Friedman had a bit of poo leave his butt.
Oh my god!
And everybody,
none of it was solid, dude.
100%. Everybody would be like,
I still remember to this day.
Let's move to the next one.
I remember exactly where I was. If you don't shit yourself as an adult once, I can't trust you. Yeah. Exactly.
Because you're lying.
You're lying.
Because you're lying, and you're not being forward with,
Yeah, man.
Sometimes like there's a thing to I think as a parent too, like sharing,
clean up diapers and shit.
Sharing stories. Well, you're comfortable with the poop, but I would say sometimes you can tell which parents are bullshit.
Okay.
Because they won't. Everything's like, oh, my son is. I love being a parent. I love being around my kids. It's a bold-faced fucking lie.
Yeah.
Every waking minute of your time, you're saying you love your children. Every, I'm telling, like, kids get in the car. We have to go to the grocery store, and they're drawing on the wall. You're gonna be like, "Oh, that's so unique. You're being so artful."
Yeah,
no,
Mason, get over here.
Yeah, get the fuck That's where you know. And then like those are also the same parents who are getting verbally abused by their kids in the grocery store. They're like, I fucking stop. You're still funny. Yeah, it's not funny. It's not a joke. You know, you're raising shithead kids, and I think there needs to be a little bit more. And I'm talking to you, shithead parents, if you're watching this. There needs to be a little bit more accountability for your kid. That's it. That's all I'm getting at. But what I'm saying is that like if you're not a parent and you're not like forthcoming with some of the inner details between you and your children, it's a little bit of a red flag. It's a red flag. Yeah. You know?
I was worried to swear in front of your kids.
No, they've heard it. I mean, I try to avoid it. My wife hates it. Yeah. It's not something I like to do, but it's something. Curse words are part of my vernacular, and I've been trying to write clean. Nice. So I've been trying to get in the habit. Yeah. I'm trying to do it while I'm early, you know, and like get in that habit of like being able to censor myself with profanity.
Do they make you work clean on, or they don't really care on weekend shows, but are they making you work clean?
Anywhere? Nah.
Okay, cool.
I haven't received that.
I'm glad because that was.
I think we're in the age where the Comedy Central special and all of that. I think the censorship is going to go away.
I think most people are producing their stuff on YouTube. That's why.
Netflix too. I mean, they're not HBO.
Even then, like most people are producing independently and then finding like really good producers.
Well, because I think the comedians, and I'm thankful for this, especially now that I'm like just getting to the community. But the comics who realized that like coming up that there were problems, that like the middlemen at Comedy Central and like the opportunities that were so limited because of
if you didn't have an agent, you were nobody.
Well, even like just steering the way you write material, like the fact that you would get notes on your set, your 40-minute set to give to fucking Comedy Central. Yeah. That's ridiculous. So now that like comics have taken it to a space where they can literally just produce their own shit, there is no middleman. You get whatever you put in. It's so much more viable to the community, I think.
And this is also very monetizable, what we're doing right now, podcasting.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll get ads.
And here's the thing also, and because I'm not really into this for the money. I think I like having conversations with people. I told my girl I was
getting paid for this.
Did you?
Yeah, I tell her all the time. I feel like one day she'll like look back at these and it's like, you never got paid for any of these.
Yeah,
like,
you didn't get
paid. Of course not.
Anchor's a sponsor for mine right now, nice. But that's like
that's what I'm going
using there. Yeah, good. Anchor's really good.
Fuck RSS.
I haven't gotten anything.
Don't do RSS, dude. I got stuff at Anchor when I did like I did 2 other podcasts before Chewing On. I did one called In the Chair, where it was literally just me talking to people, interviewing, and then the second one was with Mike Bird. If you met him, it was called Bad Taste, Good Intentions, and that's where we got a lot of ads.
You guys did that regularly?
It was really fun, but he was starting a family, and I was graduating college. So
how long have you been? Well, hold on. While we brought up Mike Bird, I love you, buddy, and I have one. Have you ever wanted to just fade away in your skin? Like you've said something and you're like, I want to fucking, it was cringy, and you like,
I live for cringe, dude.
Okay. So I'm doing a show. Tim Griffin was putting it on, and one of my buddies, his name is Mason Black. Okay.
White guy?
Spanish dude.
Ah, damn. Wish I got it right. I really do.
Yeah.
Because Mason is the whitest. All right, continue.
He's from Texas. That's why. Okay,
continue.
So I don't know why it came out, and I go, yo, Mike, and I'm talking to Mike Bird. I go, this is my buddy. His last name's Black. And it's just silent. And I feel Mike.
I'm gonna do a Mike Bird impression of response.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
so hold on. You ready? Hey, Mike. This is my buddy. His name's Black.
Oh, that's cool, dude. I'm gonna go eat a Subway in my car.
Ooh, that wasn't what he said, but that was very close. It was very close. He literally, dude, I wanted to fucking explode.
I know, but he was like, he shook it off. He probably shook it out because he's a nice enough guy to be like, oh, that's whatever.
He rolled his eyes.
He rolled his eyes?
He rolled his eyes. He literally went
that
like
means
this.
That means he respects you enough to just tell you you're fucking lame.
Yeah.
At least that.
I was hoping for that.
Yeah, I'm glad.
But so I wanted to move into how long have you been in comedy? 5 years?
Yes, sir. 5 years.
How do you
can't even say it.
So I asked Cameron this. Do you, as far as your maturity in comedy, do you look back on some of your sets and just like, do you feel cringy? Are you like, do you go back often? Do you look at it in an analytical space?
I try to watch it. I do. I try to watch it. There's some like good. There's like windows of brilliance in the dumb 19-year-old mind of Harrison, but he's aggressive. He doesn't know how to react. Like it's a give and take. It sounds very weird. I've started thinking like stand up like basketball. Like it's a flow. Like you have to be able to read a defense. You have to be able to give it back to you.
Sure.
This is very pretentious the way I'm describing it, but it is a flow. Like Bruce Lee, you must become water. You must become with a crowd because the crowd will let you open up to them. Or if someone's interrupting or whatever, like you have some, hey, excuse me, what do you think about this or whatever? I'll tell you what I think about it. I'm for it or whatever the fuck, When you started, did you write all of your material? Did you ever try just crowd work? I've started out with a question sometimes.
Okay.
But like that's like a shitty bar mic or just I know this sounds very corny. When I go to, I feel I'm such a fucking bootlegger when it comes to, and I've grown out of it a little bit, I think. But I used to just try to do my best 3-4 minutes I would get, and then not get booked, and then go home. And I would do that for a while, and then I was like, all right, I'm too structured. This is when I know I gotta come up with new material. So then I just go back to the bar shows or go to a bar show and work something out. I shout out Barzar because that was the best place to do it. I remember, and Cameron wants me to do this joke again, but I used to have a joke about we should bring back Jim Crow, but for people with colored hair. Because they want to act different anyway. They want to be so special. And I was like, let's give the girl with purple hair her own fountain.
Yeah.
And I forget the joke. Like it was separate but equal. I can't even think of the punchline or it, but that was the premise.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I definitely see color, and I don't like it. It was something like to that effect. And it sounds weird. I need like people to like refresh like what stuff I've done sometimes and be like, because I definitely feel like I get lost in stuff. Like I try to be something I'm not, Nick.
Yeah.
I really see it sometimes.
Yeah.
Or I don't see it, and
we're all doing that too. So I'm almost at year 2. And there are sets where I look back and I'm like, why am I fucking acting this? Like, just be. The more you try to be,
I see tryhards. I've seen,
and those are the sets I shit.
Dude,
I eat shit.
I've seen tryhards, that are doing it for like 8-9 years, and they won't even follow me back on Instagram or say hi to me.
Yeah,
and I always think in the back of my mind or the corner of my back pocket like, they're not better than you. I know that sounds weird. That sounds like
you're not trying to be pretentious, but like you're also like you're looking at the situation and the way they're handling it, maybe, and
like you could still have a bad set. Like you're not. It's not like a you can't avoid it perpetually.
I'm telling you right now, no one in Raleigh, in South Carolina, in Wilmington, right? Like nobody is above anybody.
Some people like to think they are.
That's what I'm saying,
unfortunately.
And that's the space I'm always coming from. And I think that's what's helped the community like welcome me, is that I don't have a chip on my I realize I'm very like green behind the ears.
And I'm glad you've had that. Well, you're also older. I started when I was like 19, and I was a piece of shit, dude. I had to get out of fraternity to really get better at this. Because I was drinking and shit, and I didn't think
it was a hobby rather than
it was a hobby rather than like a dream, a desire, a passion, and they didn't really fuck with me after that. And I'm glad it kind of. There's moments in your life where people will show you who you really or who they really are. Mm-hmm. Like the character reveal will definitely come out.
Yeah,
when certain chapters in your life happen.
Yeah. And then that's like time for you to self-reflect, right?
Yeah.
Like, how did I let that person? And I'm not like asking myself, because I go through a similar thing.
Yeah.
I'm not asking myself like, how did I let this person into my life? Whatever happens, like in that time, they filled a void.
Yeah.
But then like when you're realizing that you need to cut ties, it's like, okay, I can now look at that type of person and like keep my distance.
Yeah. And I like to stay around people who are highly motivated or disciplined. And yeah, I feel like I need to push myself more. I need to be my biggest, because no one else is. And I felt like when we're going back to like pornography or drinking or those other vices, like when I'd get like too stressed out, too nervous or insecure, I would fall into those things. That's definitely when it came to drinking.
Yeah. I get very depressive.
What do you do?
So I've been sober for December 9th.
Oh, you're going to hate your gift, dude. You're going to hate your gift. Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I've been sober. So like I've been slowly weeding out my vices. Realistically, the only thing I do is Zyn and energy drinks.
Okay.
That's like my...
Yeah, you love caffeine, dude.
I have to. Yeah, I need it.
What's your pre-workout situation?
I don't take any... So I'm raw when it comes to that. So when I tell you I'm only doing... It's caffeine, seltzer water, and Zyn.
Yeah.
That's my day.
Dude, if you could inject caffeine, I know you would.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting to the point where I could tape
coffee?
Zips or Zins between my toes.
Do you drink black coffee?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Start my
black
day off
coffee
with that.
builds character.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. I do. I'll even do, like, if I go to Starbucks, if I'm forced to do that, I'll do black coffee, like an iced Americano.
Yeah. Okay.
With an espresso shot.
I'm surprised you don't have an espresso machine or something like that.
We have a Keurig. I do the 8 o'clock. I'll 100% Colombian peak.
Nice.
And that's a good taste. But like
you gotta get a coffee sponsor in here, dude.
Yeah, I love Black Rifle or Death Wish. Death Wish coffee is the fucking shit, but their K cups are so much. I'm like, I'm not paying $12 for 10 fucking K cups. You know, that's the nose on me. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I know, but it's $12 for 10 cups.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's just over $1. It's $1 a coffee.
Yeah,
if you really think about it.
I know, but.
If I really wanted to get Jewy about it, I could fucking send water through it twice.
I don't know. And it is, dude, I could get like coffee for like literally like not even 90 cents, like 80 cents, like 4 shekels.
Yeah. Well, I've learned also is buying the bag and then getting one of those little net Keurig.
You got to. That's what I have.
Yeah. Running that. That'll usually last a little bit longer, but I find myself dipping into it more. When I have just the K cup, I have a cup of coffee. Rather than having the bag, I'll fill that bitch fucking 4 times a day.
Dude, I was like,
it's 300 milligrams a fucking cup.
Dude, you have enough caffeine in your system to kill a baby giraffe.
Yeah. It'll start another giraffe from its asshole.
So a very weird question, but do you take caffeine before you get on stage?
I've tried to avoid it. So I notice I get too antsy before, and the anxiety will actually fuck me up a little bit. Because I'm dealing with all of it sober, so all those nervous feelings. Yeah. Since I've stopped drinking, because that used to be my backboard was have a shot, have a beer before I go up, and like loosen myself up, right? And since I've now lived in that like anxiety and like work through systems to kind of calm myself down, especially if it's a bit that like one I know is a little racy, and two
you can't just like speak through it. You have to. I know this sounds weird. When something is super racy, I've sat in it and I'm fine with it. Sounds weird. I hate saying this, but I don't like to be perceived or like I don't like to be perceived as an edgelord or like an edgy comedian. Sure. I mean, like I'm free speech and all that, but like who taught me to sit. Actually, shout out Joe Lefevre. He told me, he's like, dude, you got to be just comfortable with silence. Because, like, your material, I don't care how safe you think you are. You're going to have abrasive material. Yeah. And you're just going to, like, you're going to have to let the pockets of laughter be there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know this sounds weird. I've always anticipate eruption. And you can't anticipate eruption.
Yes.
There's like a... I don't know, man. It's a dance. It's like a steadiness to it. It's very pretentious.
You know what I do for that? Especially if I think the bit is going to be really funny?
Yeah.
Because there are times where I'll laugh while I'm writing it. Mm-hmm. and I'm like this because I've now started writing for myself.
Good.
So if it makes me laugh, I'm gonna say
Fucking
right?
do it. I have to.
So instead of coming from that mindset immediately, I'll write it. I'm giggling at it, whatever. I come back to it and I reread it and like, okay, is this as funny as I would like? Because when you're writing, you know that flow you get in, right?
Yeah.
Where you're writing and you're laughing, and then like maybe you're trying to add tags or something like that, and you're like, oh, I can add this, I can add
come
this,
back
or like
to it during the day later.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, no, this like, or maybe something else happened to you throughout the day, and it's like maybe
Finally
this would fit.
an ending to this.
This would fit better for that. Yeah, because what I was doing in the beginning was I would go up with a premise.
Yeah. And try to work it on stage.
I would no. I wouldn't try and work it out on stage. I would think that is the punchline.
Oh my God, what a fucking idiot you are.
Idiot, dude.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Dumb fuck.
Well, you are also in your like second year too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like,
well, it's changed. Like
if that happened in the first year, I'd give you slack. But if it the second year, I'd be like,
it happened. No, it happened a total of 4 times.
Okay, that's cool.
So like the first, and it was the first 4 open mics I'd ever been to.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to start looking from a different lens, and that lens needs to be punchlines. You need punchlines. So writing has gotten a lot easier. I'm not as dedicated to like squaring time away for it. Mm-hmm. What I'll do is I'll take jokes that I have, and then I run it through a cycle. So my cycle is I'll write it. I've said it once, edit, say it again, and then it goes on to my cards. So I have cards, and then I have in the corners of my cards how many times it's been in the like second and third phase, how many times I've said it and edited it.
Yeah.
And then once I get it recorded, so like every time I go up on stage, I'll do just an audio record. I'll revisit it and see what made it work on stage and what made it not work on stage. Yeah. And then from there, I get hopefully a full bit.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I write it on like 7 different things. Yeah.
I usually like write the joke I write the joke on my phone, then I write it on a notebook, and then I see it again, and I'm like, okay, what can this be? Because when you write, I know this, when you handwrite something, inspiration comes way quicker to you. I don't know what in your biological system. I don't know.
Yeah, typing isn't natural, I feel.
Okay, and then when I come into actually like writing the bit down, I write it like, this is very lame and probably unprepared, but I write it the day of again, and then with the tags, and then I hope I find something like I missed the first day or the second day I wrote it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're saying you try and rewrite it from memory?
Yeah.
I
try to rewrite it because obviously it's that funny, Harrison. You have to remember this.
Yeah.
And then you write it again. And then, dude, there was this bit I fucking should have did. Like, I'm so mad sometimes when I get off the stage and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done that bit.
Yes.
And that's not, it was already a good, but I'm like, already.
It's a comedian's FOMO.
It is, dude. And the joke was like, I went to like this haunted house, or this haunted Woods of Terror in Greensboro. And it was like, it was pretty scary. And it was like, my parents are super liberal, so I was wondering like what would be a Democratic haunted house. It would be what was it? It would be only white people working on their house.
Yeah,
there's something fucked up like that. It would be it would be like what is it like? But then I did like the Republican one, which is super easy. It can be like a Republican haunted house is a Hispanic guy getting an accounting job.
Oof.
Something like that.
That's good.
It was something like super fucked up, and I was like, I need to go back to my system, which is like write in your phone, write it in the book, and then on the day of, write it for memory then, and then, or you can write it like twice. I usually do it twice.
Yeah.
So
I'm constantly rewriting.
Because I know this sounds weird. It makes you have to say it on stage because it's the last thing you thought of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Honestly, this is, shout out Wes. Wes inspired me to write more one-liners.
Yeah.
And one-liners are great because then you can just like feel out the room and then go into whatever bit you already had ready.
Yep.
Or
you're winning the room over.
Yeah.
You can't start off. I've learned that too. Is like you can't start off with. So
the
Little
whole
Mermaid got
story.
recast.
Yeah,
it's like you don't want to fucking.
Yeah.
You don't want to start with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Not my sea,
Yeah.
Not my ocean.
Yeah. So when you're going back to those older sets, are you when you're kind of analyzing yourself, do you think of it analytically, or like do you just make mental notes like, I don't like the way I delivered that joke in this sense?
I'm like, yeah, I need to just be more comfortable. Like I chopped it up, or I like butchered it. Like I overthink my thinking, or I overthink my talking, because right now we're just talking, man. You know, I'm not like literally doing like, I know this sounds weird. Someone listened to my podcast a little while ago and says, you don't do enough jokes. And I was like, what? Like I bring up certain premises. I know this sounds weird. Podcasts are for half-baked premises for your 4 years that you know, or your 4 times that you missed. Because like now we can like riff on that. Like, you know, we can probably come up with like 8 more things about a Republican haunted house. Yeah. You know,
I was already thinking when you said the left one, I was thinking like the safari house from Ace Ventura.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Into the Wild or whatever. When they go into that fucking that room where it's just like filled with guns and fucking beheaded animals. Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner comes out of the closet and scares you.
Yeah. She goes, this was a mistake. I want to go back to Bruce.
Yeah. Something like that, man.
Yeah. So how is the Durham scene as opposed to Wilmington?
You've seen a little bit of it. You know, Cary and all that.
Yeah.
Shout out my favorite black Republican. He's like a little Herman Cain, dude.
Couldn't tell by his jokes.
Obviously could tell, dude. Yeah, you know what he is? He reminds me of like Gary Coleman if he grew up. Oh god damn. Oh man, no,
that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, Cary. I need to do Sammy's, but I used to host Mavericks for him.
Okay,
so Mavericks was okay. It was a barbecue place, and Sammy's is just full of TV. So I'm like, is anyone paying attention?
Yeah.
Sports bars, they hit or miss, dude.
So we lucked out at ours at Sammy's. There was like a big graduation party in one of the center tables. Some of the other tables were filled in, so it was good.
Good. What was
that? Seems like a fun crowd work spot.
It is. There's places like that, but what was it? I gotta tell you about Havelock, man. This is what I want to tell you. This is the worst. I think this might have been not my worst bomb, but this is probably the worst show I did. Just all like. Everything about this experience was awful. Yeah. So it was this bar in the corner. It was a biker bar in the corner, right next to like a Food Lion and a Chinese place. So obviously we're in North Carolina, but it's like I said, it's in Havelock. I think it's like the Western Conference Finals or something like that. It was just like last year. This was going on. Brad Allred set this up. Okay. This is Brad's deal. I mean, he said Brad. We're all getting paid and everything else.
Love Brad.
We didn't. But,
oh no.
But what was it? I was watching basketball on the TV, you know, just walking on my jokes, drinking water, whatever the hell I was doing. This guy comes up to me and I'm watching basketball. He's like, turn this off. I don't like watching, and says the N-word playing basketball.
Oh my God.
As he's saying that.
Just let it rip.
Like, let it rip. It's pretty loud too, because there's music going on. And then Brad's doing like his jokes. And there's also music. They're not turning down the music. Yeah. Everything about this situation.
Brad, what did you get yourself into?
Dude, this should have been documented. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for everyone.
For comedy science.
For just this is.
They're like, what's the worst environment for a room?
Something that an anthropologist needs to analyze. You know what I mean? Just, man, the fattest. Like I know this sounds weird. I don't want to sound too. But I was worried for those bar stools. Oh, wow. I'll just say that. Like it was concerning, and the bar had carpeting. Like the floor had carpet. Dude, I went into the bathroom. Also carpeted.
Like, sorry guys, we had to close up.
Oh man, they pull out the Bissell.
Yeah. The old Dyson. They're like, Stanley Steamer's gonna be coming here next week. We gotta be closed.
But yeah, man, I remember just being so disheveled by that. Like, what, dude? Like, I'm just vibing. Yeah. He's like, he was upset that I was watching basketball.
Was it a white dude?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a big burly white dude. I'm not gonna be like what you said was really offensive. Like, I'm not. Like, what? Like, I looked at him like, why? What are you doing? And as soon as I said that, Brad calls my name on stage. And I was like,
out of
I was like kind of shell shocked by that. So I'm like, all right, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. And I went right into this quick story. It was like the come on the ceiling thing.
Yeah.
And that got a couple of laughs. And throughout the set, it was whatever. It was like fucking, he wanted me up there for like 10, 15 minutes at a place where there's carpet and music going on. And
those are the sets that build character.
That did build
that
character.
shit makes you tough.
Yeah, dude. I would like to see a couple of New York comics come down and do Havelock.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
On a Tuesday.
Was it a Tuesday? It was like a Sunday.
Oh.
It was a Sunday, dude.
During football season
Doing
or
like
something.
football season. It was basketball
season
time.
Yeah.
But this guy looked like Kimbo Slice came up and he was like, "Hey, yo, get the fuck off the stage." And I was like, just leave me alone. Like I'm saying this on mic. I was like, just please leave me alone, man. Like I sounded so defeated. Like just please
come on, man. I got
5
Brad.
minutes.
What's my time?
Yeah, literally. Like what's my time is it's a fucking death wish, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That was probably one of the worst sets I remember. I've had obviously some pretty bad, like, I don't know if they're hilarious, but pretty bad bombs.
Yeah.
But that was one where I was like, oh, I have no shot. And I also, to get like a little bit nervous, because there were a lot of people in there, but they weren't
Just
there.
weren't there for there.
They weren't there for there. I wasn't going to try to win them over. You know what I mean? And this guy shout out Hunter. He was like, it's legal, it's fine, but we were like smoking CBD outside. I don't know. I'm not, government agent or anything. I just don't want to out somebody.
Yeah.
We were smoking weed outside, and like this is before the writing of my jokes and stuff like that, because I was like nervous, like, oh shit, there's a lot of people here on a fucking Sunday. I'm trying to relax because there's big people here, and this isn't like what was it? It was a biker. It was like if I were gonna get my ass kicked at a venue or at a bar show, this would be the bar show.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me like not fucking make fun of these
There's
hicks
already
too much.
cutouts in the carpet.
I shouldn't tell these people that I'm Jewish off stage. You know what I
where-
mean?
Yeah. Where blood is already sat.
Yeah.
They've already cut holes out.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I was trying to do like hack shit, or I was trying to win them over, but they were all just like fucking vibe. This dude, I know this sounds weird. I got heckled by a dude wearing sweatpants.
Ooh.
You know how defeating that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's a low, dude. I can only go up from there.
With Crocs.
Yeah.
Stains on his sweatshirt.
Yeah. I don't know if there were stains, but dude, you get heckled with some dude in sweatpants.
Yeah.
Dude,
he just got done with a workout.
Yeah, I don't know if he got done with
he's
the workout.
coming to a
dude.
comedy/basketball game bar. That's what he
By a
does.
food line, and there's motorcycles racing outside. There's like no one is here for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just getting out of the habit now of if jokes aren't working.
Yeah.
Like when you annotate that to the crowd, where it's
Yeah.
like if something doesn't land, you're like, all right, moving on.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't even do moving on. I just look at my notes. And
Yeah.
be like,
I'm trying to get out of that habit and just be funnier.
Yeah.
So we did have some Instagram questions.
Oh shit.
What is your take on OnlyFans girls and the epidemic of monetizing via nude images?
A wise man once said this.
Yeah.
Treat her like a celebrity, and she'll treat you like a fan.
Ooh. Can we
Do you
all
know who
snap
said
to
that?
Confucius.
Yeah, I was about to say literally like some fucking like Plato or some shit. Yeah.
Genghis Khan, actually.
Yeah, no. I know this sounds very weird. Not even weird, but like it's very, very lame or probably very controversial opinion. I kind of miss Andrew Tate just for that reason of telling guys like not to be like simp over a woman that doesn't even know you exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that money can be going to other things.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I all for a woman trying to like prosper off that. But
Sure.
like,
yeah, I said that when Tori was on that, like I'm a hater of it. One, because I feel like it's the ease of access to the content. Like really, you just have to work out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because guys have there's such a plethora of types that guys like. There's thick. There's BBW. Like you literally don't even need to work out and make money off sexualizing yourself, right? You're right. Hot take.
Went right down the wrong place.
So in my eyes, it's like I'm a hater on it because it could literally be an occupation or a hobby that anybody does. Yeah. But as soon as you pull them big sweater puppies out, or like put your toes in it, like it's monetized immediately. You know.
I know this sounds weird. I know a dude. I know this sounds weird. It's not beneficial for men at all.
100%.
For women, I could see it, but like even then, like God forbid, like you want to have kids and the kids fund it.
Yeah,
like I know this sounds weird.
That are doing it.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
That's insane, dude. I'm telling you right now, I had a crush on Miss Walker. Love you. 8th grade.
What did she teach?
8th grade algebra and geometry.
Really?
Yeah.
Math.
Yeah. And
are you good with numbers now?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
My nose says I am. All right. Dude, if she had an OnlyFans when I was in school,
you would have lost your mind.
Dude, I would have been blind. I would have been blind. I would have been jerking off so much. I have a bit that I tell people about this rare blood disorder I used to have, where I would pass out from the blood leaving my head and going to my other head.
Oh my god!
So on stage, I go like, if I'm in a waiting room and a magazine catches me in the right spot, I'll open it up and then I live in that silence on stage. Thank you for that. We were recreating it.
That was you're too horny. I think you're just too.
Hold on. This was.
I'm surprised I'm not hornier, dude.
This was 14.
It was horny. 14-year-old horny.
Yeah,
that's different, dude.
This is like
my dick could cut a diamond, dude.
My dick's just spitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like teachers are doing it, moms are doing it.
That sucks.
Sisters are doing it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm all for free will, and I can't. I'm not gonna be like, no, stop doing it.
You can't be in the same breath. Freedom of speech, and then also keep your tits in the clothes.
Exactly, dude. I'm just like, if I ever have a kid, if I ever have a daughter, I'm like, you can do anything. You could get a bat. There's so much you could do with your life.
Yeah.
Please. I'm not saying don't do this.
But there's something to say to also the quick money grab, right? Like, let's say they don't do it forever.
Dude, we this is the first world, dude. We live off instant gratification.
True.
So, like, of course, someone is. I can't say shit. I donate sperm. That's a quick $90.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Hold on. What? How much?
$90.
Damn it.
And I get a gift card.
I have a vasectomy, so I'm useless. But it would be cool to go in there and go like.
Shoot
it blank.
Oh, no.
And then
what do you mean?
Yeah, and then like have them go through the debacle of like breaking it down, like I'm impotent.
Oh no,
that would be a really fun bit.
That would be great. That's a Curb episode right there.
And then I just go like, so no money or
yeah, exactly.
I still gave you the juice,
dude. They can give you like a gift card still. Like I remember driving out all the way, and it was like, oh, you didn't get appointments. Yeah, like an Outback Steakhouse. Dude, you could get, I'll name the 3 that you can get. You get Amazon, Sheetz, or Target.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I usually, I've got like a lot of Amazon gift cards.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, fuck. Dude. Before I don't know how long we've been running, but I kind of want you to open your gift or insert.
Yeah, we can open it now. Okay. And then I have.
It's holiday spirit, dude. So
one more.
Yeah.
One more question for you. All right. I'm going to try and keep the mic near me.
All right.
Do you like that? Do a little AMSR?
Yeah.
All right. So we got a
the
flask.
The flask I'll need back. It has liquor in it.
Okay.
that is what you're going to use to fill up your gift.
Ah. Yeah. Okay. It kind of looks like me.
It kind of does look like you. Yeah. Now that I think about it.
And then here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And this is the engineer support potential. So engineers don't even exist anymore. So this is a rare commodity.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fuck, I shouldn't have given that to you. Damn it, I don't give a fuck.
No,
it's a Marine, so.
No, this is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Of course, dude. Well, there's a story behind that. Fucking turn it up, dude. Do you like whiskey?
I don't drink.
Okay.
But I will do this.
Okay.
I will grace the glass.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
We'll do one out for the homies.
Okay. That's a lot, dude.
You wanted me to pour all of it, right?
Okay. No, you can stop whenever.
Oh, okay.
You can.
You said you needed it back.
I mean, it doesn't have to. Doesn't have to be empty or full, dude.
I don't know why I said engineers don't exist anymore. It's assaultmen that don't exist anymore.
Okay.
So it isn't that hot of a commodity.
Okay.
All right.
No,
I was thinking of that. I was
dude,
like,
it's a Marine. I wanted to give it to a Marine.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah, dude.
It
I'm
works.
trying to put it back in the right hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why was it in your hands?
Boy, do I have
Thank
a
you.
story for you. Of course, my man. And there's something in there.
coaster.
Yeah.
I thought I felt something else.
Yeah. That's yours, buddy.
Yeah.
Even if you want to put water in there now, dude.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, because liquid, I'm not saying you should not have Liquid Death on here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they're not a sponsor, so fucking pour whatever you're pouring in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until they give you money.
I hit up Celsius and they were like, get fucked. Ah. Yeah, I don't have enough followers.
You got followers, dude. You have me on.
Yeah, dude. We're making it to the big leagues now, son.
So I'll tell you this backstory behind that glass in that coaster.
Okay.
So I had a roommate in college with my girlfriend. Her name was Paige, but her stripper name was
It's a very
Diamond.
toxic name, yeah.
And stripper name was Diamond.
Okay.
And she
very
lied.
original.
She lied about being a stripper.
Okay.
Because I called, I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" But she comes back with this Marine guy. I forget his name. It was some dude. It's like
We'll say
decently.
John Basilone.
Yeah, fucking Don Draper, whatever the fuck his name was. But I remember she left like a bunch of ones and all that shit. But then she also left that glass on the table with that. And this is like, she didn't have any money to like have for rent. Because the person that left before was like, I'll pay for the first month's of rent if you move in immediately. And so she fucking took advantage of that. She sold her laptop in front of us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I, was like, well, might as well fucking sell that too. But she left that with her. So it was like, obviously it was that Marine dude she was dating. I don't know why she fucking dropped him because she was playing dudes. She was that type of lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She used her sexual prowess to manipulate the men around
So you know
her.
what's funny is this is a birthday ball gift.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly probably where it's from.
So it says on here
You're the appraiser, dude.
Yeah, it's happy 244th.
Yeah.
I think we are on the 246th. So this happened 2 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. This happened 2 years ago. So this is pretty recent. So I was like, I need to find a Marine to give this to. Because there was a friend of mine whose dad was a Marine that passed away. That was like, what? Do you want this? And it was like, nah, dude, I drink martinis. So I was like, okay. Find someone
What a
who
weird
likes to rock
flex.
glass.
That's a weird flex on somebody.
I don't know. I never drank a martini. I don't
She
think.
sounds toxic, though.
She was a menace as a human being. You know what I mean? She just was fucking divide and conquer, that type of lady. But yeah, I remember like I would knock on her door. She was in there, and everything was a mess. Do you follow Hoodville memes, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, you see, when the girl who has like 5K followers and what her like apartment or house, like it looked like shit. Like everything, like her side of the place, like looked bad. Like it was all like
clothes all over the place.
Clothes all over the place, blunt
Curling iron on the
wraps,
floor.
curling iron on the floor.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. And like a friend of hers reached out.
It's a real like what are they called? Like succubants or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like a succubant's den. It's a modern succubant's den.
Dude.
Or siren, maybe?
I
Siren,
hate
think is the
that.
word.
Yeah, siren song too. And a lot of OnlyFans. The OnlyFans is promoting that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like,
It's okay, girl.
I know,
Get your
it's-
money, queen.
Yeah. And it's a quick thing. Like, I know this sounds weird. Like, I'm ready for the, I don't know if you can say, can you compare being a sperm donor to that? Because I don't think
Similar.
you can. You think so?
I would say it's in the same realm. It's like we're in the
I wanna
entertainment
do it
business.
to help families, dude.
Yeah.
Think about it like this: some like fucking guy in Norway has like bum cum, and here I come.
Well, I don't know if they ship it like that. I think
it's international. The place
wow.
that I do it, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
That's why they pay me well. That's why,
Dude.
I might.
Yeah, they got that international money.
That's what I'm
What
saying.
you're saying, dog.
But I'm sorry you got vasectomy though.
But like, imagine, and like this would be a similar boat, right?
Yeah.
Like if they were paying you $300,000 a month, because that's what some of the top tier OnlyFans.
yeah, but no one's recording me jerking off. Like I'm not posting this.
Yeah, but
For free.
like the service you're providing, if you were to receive more financial benefits from that,
Yeah.
you're gonna jerk off. You're gonna donate.
But you have to
that
wait
cup.
you have to wait like 3 or 4 days each time. And like, even then, I have a girlfriend, so I'm only doing it like once a week, if that, maybe every other. So,
But you're doing it consistently.
I've been doing it for a couple months now, dude. But I'm trying to get to 10 good samples so I can just finally quit the contract.
Okay. Oh,
it's
they
like a contract, dude. I'm an NBA center, dude. you're doing 10 years for $5 mil. Yeah, whatever.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's sick.
Well, no, I love the gift. The gift is cool.
Of course, dude. I needed to get to the right hands.
I'll make sure I'll pop a Celsius in it.
Yeah.
After the whiskey. Do you want to? Would you like to taste the whiskey?
Try. Yeah. What is it? It's wild turkey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Only the best.
The best.
Only the best.
I'm sorry. I have a fucking cone thing, and we can put some back in.
No worries.
So I'm not fucking.
Okay. No, I don't care either way. I forgot you didn't.
It's all right, guys. We'll get him to Uber all the way back. All right, and finally, our good friend Wes McGeehee posted a question.
What did Wes say?
Which was your opinion on Epstein's Island.
I'm for it.
Okay.
No. It sounds very weird.
We're not saying we're for the
no,
grooming.
I should have sent you the flight logs, because there are people that were able to get on and off. Weird groups of people, like everyone from like Cher to like Chris Tucker. I'm not saying they molested people, but they could like have gone to Little St. James if they wanted.
Because I think in theory the island sounds pretty cool.
The island does sound pretty cool. You know what's a funny thought? What if people like clapped like as soon as the flight landed to Little St. James? I think people were like thank you,
thanking the pilot.
Yeah, dude.
Of their fucking of the G6 that they're getting out of.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, it's not gonna fall. Like, there's never.
Were there big flight logs? Was it like Boeing 707?
I don't know if they were big flight logs. I should look it up now, because I think I have like a. No, I shut off my phone for this.
Yeah, it's okay.
I remember.
It's all right.
Don't worry. Just trust me.
We go based off of loose research anyway.
Yeah. But where am I getting at here? Yeah, from like Tom Hanks to like
Woody, dude. They got Woody.
I don't know. Who else they get? I'm trying to think of somebody that like a celebrity that like I know or I care about, and it's not really coming. Oh, like Chelsea Handler, like Patton Oswalt.
Wow.
Patton, I don't know, that sounds weird, but Patton Oswalt, like he's not near us. We're never gonna open for him. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, like, I would love to be in agreement with him. So it was like, what was the deal with him?
Yeah, what was?
How'd you know him? How'd you meet him?
What was the island like? Was this pre-wife passing or was this post-wife passing?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because if he was on that rebound, he might have partook. Allegedly.
I definitely believe Alan Dershowitz did it. 100%. You never seen the Alan Dershowitz thing about it? No. I research conspiracies.
Okay.
I research conspiracies, organized religion. That's like most of the podcasts that I do. Yeah. We have an organized cult in Judaism, actually.
Oh,
unfortunately, people are trying to dissemble it and to break it up. It's called Lev Tahor, which means pure heart.
Oh.
It's in Guatemala. It's run by this guy named Shlomo Helbrins, and how do I get this? He got kicked out of Israel and then got kicked out of Montreal because he wasn't teaching kids like science and math. But he was marrying off children in Israel, and I was like, "No, you can't do that." And then he went to Montreal and was able to do it because it was like consent. It was signed off by parents and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know,
because there was loose consent.
Canada's laws are fucking weird. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I hate when like. This sounds weird when Trump was elected, a lot of like Democrats or like liberals were like, "I'm just gonna move to Canada." It sucks, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not
there.
Yeah, dude. Like the laws don't make sense. Like you could literally get a child bride if you just partake in a certain religion. Yeah, but I guess I am for child marriage because the sex goes down way after.
Yeah, because
when you get married,
Drake has glorified a lot of.
He's Canadian. That is true. Oh, fuck. I didn't think about
Canadian
that.
lifestyle.
Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like being a Jewish celebrity is a very low bar. All you have to be is just not a pedophile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wear basketball shorts.
And it doesn't matter how you got to come up.
Just wear and one
like
basketball.
You found out Rick Ross was not
kids.
only a corrections officer, but then also was...
Fucking kids.
Owned a couple of bagel shops.
Yeah.
You're not going to bat an eye, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as...
Like Woody Allen marries his 16-year daughter wife.
Batting some shit around.
Yeah,
on
I
a
think
young child.
that's another thing, man. Like I hope people call it out. I think they are, but it is kind of hilarious that like conservatives are like, we got to stop the pedophilia going on in Hollywood. And I was like, I know this sounds weird. I kind of want to hear like Democratic candidates like talk about, we got to fucking end this shit. Like they don't talk about it like it's a big thing.
No.
I think that'll get me to like
glanced
vote
over.
more.
Yeah, it's like fucking,
I mean,
whatever. There is that. But
He's living his truth.
yeah. They don't want to upset
Kevin
anybody.
Spacey's just living his truth. Yeah.
Well, it was such a pleasure having you on.
Thank you for having me,
so
man.
much fun. I might try and start doing some traveling pods too, so I can start reaching out to. I don't like doing the Zoom shit, so
I have a podcast recording room as well. So
oh, nice.
let me know if
Yeah.
you're
So
ever
I
in
might just hit you up.
Raleigh,
Yeah, perfect. Where can people find you at?
Thank you. People can find me on Instagram at cancel Harrison Friedman. They can also find me on patreon.com/Jewanon.
Ooh.
Yes. And you can also find my podcast, Jewanon, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Perfect.
And anywhere you find podcasts.
Yeah. And hopefully soon to be New York.
Hopefully soon to be New York.
Yeah.
That'll
keep
be
you posted.
that'll be in February.
Perfect.
So thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
No, I
This is
appreciate
sick.
it. I love it. This was fun.
All right.
All right, man. Love you guys. You guys know where to find me. Thanks for coming back. If you watched all the way to here, you're the real one. Love you. Peace.